Hello, and it's the Captain here with Super Metroid. Now, this game needs very little introduction. This is perhaps one of the most highly acclaimed games from the entire library of the Super Nintendo, and it's one of my favourite games of all time. I played this game growing up on my sort of fairly frequent visits to hospital. I never owned the game myself until much later, but this game is one of the most defining games of my childhood, and I thought now was a good time to come in front of the camera and play it for you all to enjoy and listen to my inane commentary along the way. So, I don't know what else to say to introduce this game. It is one of the masterpieces of its era and of the system, and spawned in many ways a whole genre of games that are still going today. The Metroidvania genre, this game, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So, what can you say? A game that shaped a whole generation of developers and designers and writers, and in my opinion, is one of the crown jewels of Nintendo's catalogue, up there with Zelda and Mario and Star Fox and all the rest, and in my opinion, and this is my own biased opinion, exceeds them. Alright, so now I'm done bigging this game up as massively as possible. Let's actually play it. Start a new file. Now this is the American version of the game, so you can choose either English or Japanese text. I think we'll choose English text, strangely enough. But no other settings need changing here, so I'm just going to go into it here. I will go quiet as the story unfolds here. I know this story off by heart, but I want all you guys to get into the mood when watching this video here, so please enjoy Samus Aran herself narrating the introduction to Super Metroid. Enjoy.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Okay, here we are. So, yes, if you were following all of that, so I'm not going to recap the story here. We are heading to the space colony at Ceres to investigate a rather disturbing development. The Ceres colony is under attack, and Samus, of course, I think if we know Samus's character, she knows what's up. She knows who's involved here. Everyone's dead. And she's seen this before on her own world when she was a child. It can only be one person or thing. And that thing is Ridley. Right. There are two ways this ends. Either he does enough damage to us, or we do enough to him. It doesn't really matter either way. So let's just pummel him with our power beam here until one or the other thing happens. Gotcha! Uh-oh. Well, it would be a Metroid game without a self-destruct sequence. Let's go. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh dear. Being attacked by Mode 7. Alright. Now the game can begin properly. Zebes. Now, Samus has been here many times before. She grew up on this world. When she was rescued by the Chozo, they brought her here and raised her. And then when she left, the Chozo eventually left themselves. But the entire first Metroid adventure takes place on this planet. But that's another story. Okay, let's check it out. So we begin the game in Samus's power suit, which is the most basic armor she can wear. We're armed with the power beam and the ability to fire in 8 directions. That's it. So the first job will be to investigate the lower areas of our starting area here and pick up any power-ups we can find. So I'm playing using a SNES controller. Technically, I'm playing using an original SNES controller. This is actually the wireless one, the Bluetooth one, which was developed for the Switch. Now this is the chamber where we fought Mother Brain at the climax of Metroid 1. This is the very same chamber filled with acid and cannons and the Mother Brain herself. All abandoned, left here for countless years to rot after Samus last left this planet. Love the atmospheric music in this game. So we're now in the very first area we explored in our first adventure here on Zebes. And there's the Morph Ball, which is the answer to the question, why can't Metroid crawl? She doesn't. She morphs into a ball. I want to give more commentary, but I don't want to talk over the soundtrack. And there's our missile launcher. That will greatly increase our firepower, very useful. we can now use our missiles to open red doors. So let's just quickly arm that and blast through this red door here. But yeah, as I was saying before, I'm using the official Nintendo Super Nintendo controller for the Nintendo Switch via a 8BitDo Bluetooth adapter. So it's a very authentic experience playing it with the original controller intended for this game. And of course, I'm actually capturing this footage using FPGA. So I'm playing the original cartridge via the analog Super NT. So not quite the original hardware, but it may as well be. Oh, something's not right. Open this door. Space pirates! Now these are the main villain of the Metroid series. Samus, you could say, her nemesis is Ridley, who we saw in that prologue scene. But these space pirates, these lobster creatures here, these are the main antagonists of the Metroid series. They're the foot soldiers of Ridley, and they're the ones who are constantly trying to perpetrate these evil things across the galaxy, and Samus is often the one called in to deal with them. Luckily, these particular ones go down quite easy, but as we encounter more versions during the course of the game, they won't go down quite so easy, so a single power beam shot will not be enough to bring them down. But using the R button on the controller, I can aim up. So platforming up here, with a bit of coordination, you can take them out quite easily. But of course, this is the version of Samus's control scheme, which uses both the L and R button to aim up and down. So I can use the L button to aim down and the R button to aim up. And of course, in pretty much every later incarnation of Metroid, they changed that to having L just control up and down aiming with the D-pad, and R control the missiles, which I think arguably is a better way to go about it. So yeah, I'm using select right now to arm the missiles, and then the B button on the not the B button, sorry, the Y button on the controller to disarm them, which I'm personally used to. But if you're new to the game, you might not be. That's our map for the area, and that by no means reflects all of the available corridors and chambers in this area of Brinstar, or Crateria, sorry, because there are so many hidden pathways. The map may as well just be a suggestion. Now this is going to be a casual playthrough of Super Metroid. I'm not going to try and do a speed run or run for 100%. I can get 100% in this game. I just generally find myself going out of the way to do it. So I'll be grabbing all the items that I can think of on our way, and that we're going to need to complete the game. But I shan't be going for a full run because honestly, it isn't necessary. We can't get through there yet, not without bombs. So let's just blast our way down this corridor again. Really shriek bats on the ceiling there, they're worth taking out from long range. Those zoomers there, those crawling beetle-like things, not so much. Past that Ripper. We can run past these. That's using the B button on the controller there to accelerate into a run. And now we have a Chozo statue. There are our bombs. Now, of course, I don't think that statue is really a statue, is it? It's Torizo, our first boss. Oh. go. Lovely. I'm just going to quickly check a setting on our capture card here for a second, because I saw a few frames not being picked up by the recording. I just want to make sure we're definitely getting that. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got our bombs and we've defeated Torrizo. We can now explore the next area. We can leave Crateria and head to Brinstar, which is our next area to explore. Just said that. So our bombs can get us through here. Those shriek bats there, they're not going to do massive damage if they hit us there, but I do prefer to blast them off the ceiling. Now with bombs, rather than going straight to Brinstar, I do know there's a secret on our way. If we head back this way, we can head through here. Not really a secret, this is on our way, but we'll bomb our way through here. And I believe there's a missile upgrade to collect. And more missiles is not a bad thing. Lovely, there's our missile upgrade. So there's one more to grab that I can think of, and that's back down in Mother Brain's chamber in what used to be the region known as Turian. So let's head back down and watch out for these zoomers here. If I can actually hit one of them with my gun, that would be a small achievement for mankind. But here we could just aim down and just plow through these space pirates here. Very satisfying. There is another hidden area in this tunnel, but we can't access what's inside that tunnel just yet because we haven't got all the items that we need. So I'm just going to bomb our way down here into Mother Brain's pedestal and find a missile upgrade. And a subtle hint that Mother Brain is far more than just the brain that we've seen, and we'll see that later on in the conclusion of this game. Slight spoiler alert there. Okay, so let's head back up this tunnel. Little bit of platforming here, good practice. Samus has got quite a floaty, spacey jump in this game, and if you're not used to it, it can be a little bit strange, but again, I've played this game many times, and I can maneuver quite easily with the jump here. But it's what makes Samus's moveset quite unique. From a platforming point of view, it gives you lots of time to kind of play around with her trajectory and try different things out. And you'll see later in this video, there are many tricks you can do with Samus's movement. Not quite hacks, they are intentional by the game designers, but there are a couple of things you might hear about from other streamers or people who talk about this game, which I won't be using, such as the mock ball technique. That is technically a hack. Okay, so let's get through this wall here. So, got a corridor ahead, a few zoomers, a few other fellows there. I think those what those things flying sideways are called. They've got a name, of course, but I'm damned if I can remember them. Edge tank. Brings us back up to full health with an extra 99 health as well in the reserve. We'll be looking for those whenever we can. Now these green space pirates here, let's hit those with a missile. Take those out. Again, not challenging at all, but our power beam is completely useless versus those space pirates. Now, I know what's through this door, but I'm just going to take us through here anyway, because it's quite cool to see it now in the early game, especially if you've not really experienced this game before or really know what's up. So So this ominous statue here is our way down to the final area, the newly rebuilt Turian with the mother brain controlling and breeding all the Metroids. So all of these different features on that statue there, those are the bosses we'll have to go and fight. With Ridley on top there, we recognise him. We've got Kraid on the left there, Dragon on the right, and Phantoon in the centre. So let's not keep them waiting. Now these grey coloured zoomers we can't do anything with because we haven't got the plasma beam, but this thing here, we can destroy that. That's a side hopper nest. It's a good way of getting pickups. You can just avoid these, but they're quite fun to destroy, so just put a few rounds into it and it goes away. Here we are. I'm still getting some frame rate issues there, so I'm just going to have another quick tweak of the capture software here, just to see if I can get it a little bit cleaner. So I'm currently pulling it in via NTSC. I've now changed it to pure 60, see if they give us anything. That's somehow worse. Okay, so... that's not too bad. Okay, let's leave it at that for now, rather than keep mucking about with it whilst you are watching on the stream, watching me play around with my capture settings. I've been having a bit of a nightmare with this, so if you watch my previous video on Sonic 3, I had some issues getting the frame rate properly captured, so some of the visual effects in the game just weren't being captured correctly, and that was no good. So I've been playing around with OBS, trying to make sure we're getting the games captured properly. Now my FPGA hardware, the Super NT, allegedly is displaying in 60, so hopefully matching 60 should help. Okay, so that's our map area for Brinstar. Again, a strong suggestion of where we need to go. Yeah, that does seem better already. Okay, let's see what's over here. Now we can get across this area later in the game, but we need an upgrade called the Speed Booster to get through that door before it closes. But we have got some more missiles, and that's always useful along the way there. More ammunition is always useful. So we're now in the underground jungle of Brinstar. And Brinstar's changed a little bit since Samus was last here, so it's gone from being a fairly cold cavern. Let's just quickly save while we're here. To being this lush underground jungle. So let's proceed. Let's go left. Pretty certain there's nothing really down here than just a missile recharging station, but it's still useful to get to. Those floating things are called plasmites. They're not really harmful to us as long as we don't hit them. And killing them destroys the lighting in the area, so it's generally a good idea to not destroy them. Yeah, that's looking much better. Hopefully that's still looking good on the recording here. But from the capture I'm looking at, that's much smoother. I'm still getting used to capturing the footage from these FPGA consoles. I could just use emulation, but I'm a bit elitist. Go. Can bomb our way through here. Right, let's just run across so these shriek bats can't get us. Now, in this next area, you're going to see me playing around a bit more with some of Samus's more advanced moveset. So we've got at our disposal the wall jump, which I'll be using in just a moment. I need to just get rid of this this side hopper. Oh, me up. That yellow door requires a power bomb to open, so we'll come back here later on when we have those. So I'm going to quickly do a somersault jump there, and just before you leave contact with the wall, you reverse direction and hit jump at the same time, and you will jump off the wall and continue the somersault. Very useful. Otherwise, that missile upgrade there would have been much later into the game before we can get that. So, another missile upgrade. Keep those coming thick and fast. Right, let's bomb our way down here. And we'll find a Chozo statue with the charge beam. Now, I don't find myself using the charge beam very much. There is a pathway down there that requires a power bomb to open, though. That symbol there, that's a power bomb symbol. So we'll come back that way when we have power bombs. It'll be a bit later into the game. And rather than going right, we'll head up, because our our second mini-boss, if we count Torizo as the first mini-boss, our second mini-boss is waiting for us. So, let's just do a quick climb up there. There's no enemies left alive. We took care of those. Again, I could use a charge beam there, but missiles are plentiful. We've got plenty of them, and we can just use those as we need to. There's a saving spot here, so let's just get through the door here and quickly save. Not going to need to save really, but it's there, so we'll use it. Getting a little bit of frame drop. It's gone from being buttery smooth to a bit choppy. Why is that? Those winged things there that I'm nuking with my missile launcher called Key Hunters. They're not a huge threat. And we rarely see them in this game. We'll see them again a bit later. Okay, mini-boss. Spore Spawn. This mini-boss is not challenging at all. Just a case of being patient. So we're just going to wait here in Morph Ball mode, so those falling spores can't hurt us, and then with our missiles ready, we can spring up when it opens up, like so, and put a few rounds into it. Always thought that this theme song sounds like the theme to the Twilight Zone. Now, if we need more ammo, we can blast open some of those spores there and get some more missiles, but I doubt we'll need them. I will double tap with each shot, though, because apart from that one, because more shots that get through, of course, do more damage, and that's generally preferable. Yeah, the frame rate's calmed down now. I'm not sure why it was chugging back then. Need to figure out the best way of optimizing this for recording, so we get the proper frame rate for the recording with all the effects intact without any kind of weird chugging. There we go, almost down there. The bosses in this game will change colour depending on how much damage they take in there, to give you an idea of how long they have to go before they drop. You saw that with Ridley in the prologue. There he is. And that's Spore Spawn, who becomes a platform. When I was a kid, I couldn't work out that Spore Spawn became a platform, so I got stuck before I thought of jumping on what was left of him. Felt very stupid afterwards. So I was running about in Brinstar without knowing where to go, what to do, feeling very stuck, and I thought, hang on a minute, you can jump on Spore Spawn. And we have our missile upgrade, Super Missiles. And these things are some serious firepower. So we've only got 5 of them, and we don't get many upgrades for these very early on. So we save these for very special occasions. But they are a really heavy piece of artillery for the game, and open green doors. So if we see a green door or a super missile block like the one here, that's how we get through. But now we can proceed. Ooh, overkill there for a one of those flies. Good thing we had one left to get to that door there. So we can now proceed then into the rest of Brinstar. So there's a couple more upgrades down here we can get. There is a door up there, that's a power bomb door, so we can't get through there. But there is an upgrade that we can wall jump to here. Another missile upgrade. And then we'll head into the depths of Brinstar, also known as the Red Soil area, with one of the most beautiful but overplayed pieces of the Metroid soundtrack, and you'll know when you hear it. No one's dropped a super missile ammo yet. It's like blasting away with the power beam there. We'll get a beam upgrade soon to the Spazer beam. Now, of course, what we have here is a bridge we can run across. And, of course, if you don't know that B is run, you can't get across that. So, always check the manual, folks. Okay. Pretty certain I've missed something in that room. Let's go pop back. Hang on. Is that up here? No. I'm thinking of the other room. That's it. Right. So we are on the Brinstar Depths. That amazing piece of music. Let's recharge our energy. So here we can get another early upgrade here, bit of a sequence break, but a lot of the sequence breaking in this game is very much something you can do if you're skilled with Samus's moveset. So we're going to break this block here, and we're going to wall jump up. No, we're not. There we go. And we're going to do it again. Then we don't want to bomb that second block there because there's a way down. So we'll shoot our way through and then use a super missile to get through there. And there's our beam upgrade, the Spazer. Now the Spazer splits our power beam into 3. So it also increases our firepower as well. So as well as giving a wider angle shot, each of those individual beams is a complete beam there. So you're tripling your firepower with the beam, which is very cool. That tube we're going to come back to. Just going to run through here. That's our pathway to Meridia, the underground ocean. But first, we're going to head into Norfair. There we go. So Norfair is our high temperature area. Let's just quickly head left there. I do know where we're going, but let's unlock the doors first. So here, we need the speed booster to get through here. So let's just unlock the way back so we can get underneath this door. The speed booster we will find in Norfair, but not straight away. So we've got another upgrade to find first and another major boss to fight. We've got a power bomb door. Energy tank, always useful. Okay, so we're going to head down here. And through this door, we're going to find another movement upgrade, and this one's going to be the high jump. And this will massively increase our jumping capacity here, so we can now get far more air with each jump there. And this combined with the wall jump gives us a massive amount of potential to find different items and break sequence. Now there's a little fiery zoomer running around here somewhere. We need to catch him before we can get out. Let's just grab that missile, that super missile. There we go. And now we can get out of here. Now, we can't really explore Norfair properly yet because our power suit can't take the heat. I'll just quickly demonstrate for you. So, going in here. That's a save room. That's not what we need. We could save there, but we're going to get another chance where we're going anyway, so... But I'll quickly demonstrate why we can't just explore Norfair. And there we go. So I'm losing health rapidly going into that hot room there. So we need our next suit upgrade, the Varia suit. And the Varia suit is the one which everyone knows by looking at the promotional artwork for Samus. It's the kind of orangey gold suit that she wears rather than this more pale gold suit. And if I go to the equip screen here, there we go. So that's what the power suit looks like without the Varia upgrade. It has got the big round shoulder pads which everyone recognises. So we're going after that, and that's going to be through here. I'm pretty certain that's a super missile block. There we go. And our high jump means we can get up through this mouth here. Down we go. Oh, there's key hunters in here. I said earlier we wouldn't encounter these until much later. Well, this is not that much later, but here they are. With our Spazer, we can just mow them down. I believe there's a save room there before we go down, so let's just quickly pop through and save ourselves. Lovely. And then what we'll do is head down and encounter our first major boss, which is Kraid. That's so satisfying using the Spazer there to just hose down those key hunters. Okay. Got green space pirates again. A single missile for each one is all we need. And this is Mini Kraid. Now, Mini Kraid there is more of a red herring for those who played the original Metroid. So, in the original Metroid game, that's how big Kraid was. So, I don't think anyone was really thinking, oh, is that it? Is that the boss? Because, no, obviously not. But it's a little kind of Easter egg there for those who experienced the first Metroid game and thought, you know, that Kraid was going to be a similar sized creature on the screen to Samus. And they're about to get schooled. There's our mysterious warrior there. We don't know who that is. It's never been established in the canon who that person lying there is. I hope they never do answer that question. It's kind of like the space jockey as it was in Alien. Right. I'm here, Kraid. You coming out? My, how you've grown. Missile to the face. Now I could just use a super missile here to end this fight very quickly, but you know what? To make this fun to watch, rather than just spamming super missiles, I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to use regular missiles. Still getting those frame rate issues though. I'm just getting Samus disappearing. Might have to use the super missile in a second. Gotcha! Super missile finish! And there's our Varia suit. There we go, that's a bit more iconic, isn't it? So, now we have got the Varia suit in hand, we can head back to Norfair and properly explore that area, get into all the high temperature rooms. So, a bit of clean up to do here first in Ridley's lair, so just going to finish up here. Did I say Ridley's lair? Sorry, Kraid's lair. We're not in Ridley's lair yet. Here we go. So our friends, the key hunters there. Just ruin those with our Spazer. And now, I believe this door has been activated, so we can now open that and grab the item inside. Oh, it's these fellows. Bomb should take care of them. There we go. And I believe somewhere in here there is a energy tank. There it is. So our third one. So we've now got effectively 300 energy, which is useful. Okay, let's get out of here and back to Norfair. That's the super missiles, isn't it? Yes. We should have to come back here. Okay, lovely, here we are. So, I'm just going to find a saving point, and then I'll leave this video here for now, rather than doing a whole like hour-long saga like the Sonic videos. I'll do these in shorter bursts, so there's a bit more to come back to. So if you've been joining me watching this, thank you for watching. This has been The Captain, enjoying one of my favourite games of all time. I hope you've enjoyed it with me. And please tune in and check out the next one. And please leave me a like. Thank you once again. Bye for now.